So, first things first, we are going to take a look at West DeLuna. Now, this is actually starting on the west part of West DeLuna, believe it or not. This is right along 301 here. You can see the Turnpike going across 301. This is facing north. 301 runs under the Turnpike, which goes kind of east and west at this point. Kind of really northwest to southeast, I guess. But anyway, you get the idea. West DeLuna is getting a lot of updates here, a lot of construction going on. You can see the wall up in this northwest corner. And then we're going to turn this. We are turning to the east right now. And you can see they're putting in the walls here. And then obviously you can see the walls in the background. Now this is facing to the west. So the Turnpike runs on the left side. That is the Turnpike there. You also have Richmond on the opposite side of the Turnpike. And then you have DeLuna in the background. They're building all these new houses here. This is all new construction pretty much. Now Marshben Trail, leave me a comment if I'm wrong about this, but I believe this road is called Marshben Trail here. And it actually, I watched a video that they said Marshben Trail is pretty much done, so that the access off 301 will be able to go in and out. They're just kind of waiting for safety precautions because the gate shack at the front end along 301 is not complete. And a couple other things traffic wise, they're trying to protect everybody. The light is in, the traffic light at 301 and where Marshben Trail meets 301, but that's where it's at. This area is kind of cool because it has that little swampy section right in the middle, so it's kind of nice to look at. The only thing I worry about with this would be the mosquitoes. I know the mosquitoes in the areas where there's a lot of stagnant water, they're pretty bad, but obviously bug spray and things like that, you're gonna survive, I guess I would say. This area is south of the Turnpike, and back in the background there, that's where Hammock at Fenny is. You have the industrial park. You have several things going south, and actually we're going to take a look at the new charter school and the charter school area. This is looking south. You can see the quarry up in the top left corner and where they do some of the blasting. This is actually 301 on the right side of the screen, and your gate shack is right there in the background. Now that blue roof there is actually like a motocross track. I've said that in a few other videos. I did have somebody ask me if the power lines run through West DeLuna, and I replied yes, and I said I would have a video out. So you can see the power lines running right through West DeLuna there, right across Marshben Trail, and right to the power plant that's next to Coleman Federal Prison. This is a pretty nice area. Again, there's a lot of people that don't like the Turnpike noise. There's a lot of people that does not bother. I have seen a couple of comments lately saying to make sure you don't buy sight unseen, but I'm not gonna say that. I mean, you know what your preferences are, and I don't think anything I say or anybody says is gonna sway your decision. You know what type of model house you want or what type of home you want, and you can pretty much see them. They're all the same to a certain degree. So you can see the rec center here in the middle, a couple tennis courts and some pickleball courts. Obviously it's a new area, so it looks fantastic. They are introducing new color schemes. I've noticed. I did see Skip Smith talking about it also. It's kind of strange. I've seen some like black houses and some weird colors. I would say they're weird colors, but I mean, you know, that they're pretty interesting. They are interesting colors, I'll give you that. So we're going to take a look at the charter school area, and this is the Middleton area. I saw a video where they were putting up the walls. These are the snap together walls. We'll get a closer look here, but good video here. This guy playing in the dirt. He gets paid to play in the dirt for a living. And on a Sunday, nonetheless, because he was out here on a Sunday actually moving all this dirt around. Quite a few things going in over here. I think that they said this area would be ready in 2023. I'm pretty positive. That's the last thing I heard about it. Everything changes so often. Yeah, who knows? But you can see where the schools are getting put together and coming up. You have the two different campuses in this video. And you can see the walls are up. The crane, this one I don't think was working yet on Sunday. I didn't see anybody working on it anyway. And I'll kind of fly over this building to where you can see the cutout of the walls, especially right here in the middle of the screen. You can see the cutouts of the walls and how they lift them up with the crane and then they prop them into place. And this yellow area here is actually where the foundation will be poured. And then I assume that they pour the walls on top of the foundation and then they just lift them up into place, which is like a really cool and efficient way to build. This thing is going to be massive here, this campus. I'm not sure if this is the middle or the high school. This is the westernmost buildings here. I'm pretty sure it's a high school, but I'm not positive. That is the quarry in the background, you can see. And then on the same side of this road, which is Central Parkway now, not 470, they have a Bedrock Quarry also, where they sell bedrock out of. You can see they had a smaller crane and a bigger crane out. The entrance to the school here, or what looks like it will be an entrance. Maybe that's a side entrance. And then you can see the second school in the background there, the second campus. This area is getting put together pretty quick. I was impressed when I came out here. We all know the villages and the developer don't let any grass grow under their feet. They're moving constantly. And I have noticed, I did bring it up quite a few months ago about the industrial park and how that was going to affect the speed of everything going up. I did see that they're also moving right along on the Southern Oaks Bridge, which is a multimodal bridge that crosses the Turnpike. A little different view of the school from the top there. And then here's the second campus that they've been working on. We'll go take a closer look at that, fly around it. You can see in the background here, this is toward where 470 crosses over the Turnpike, south of the Marshben area. And 470 has been renamed Central Parkway. So this school, I want to say this school is even bigger than the other one that we were looking at. These buildings, the campus is more spread out, so maybe this is actually the high school area, which would make sense. Again, you see the snap together walls. I say snap together, they remind me of Legos. because they just lift them up and kind of put them into place. This building either looks like it's going to be the gymnasium or the cafeteria here. Probably the cafeteria, the way it's shaped. And then you can kind of see everything to the north. And you can see how they're laying out the walls there in the bottom right-hand corner to be poured before they lift them into place. They come out here at like 2 in the morning so they can get a consistent, even temperature. Plus the weather doesn't change really too much in the middle of the night. And here in the bottom right, you can see where the walls are already poured, and looks like they even pulled the forms off of them. They're just ready to flip them up. This crane is in position to do that. They'll probably have this built within the next couple weeks. I'm just kidding. Obviously, don't comment and say, oh, there's no way. Scott, there's no way they're going to have this done in the next couple weeks. Obviously, I know that. I'm just kidding. But we all know it's going to be done extremely fast. They move super fast. And there are some people out here on a Sunday again working. To the south there, you can see there's new area there. I'm pretty sure they own quite a bit of that also. I'm not positive on that, but I have heard that it goes all the way down to Bushnell. So we'll see what they decide to do with that. This is the whole Middleton area. This will be, obviously this is a school campus, but this will be where all the families are located. The younger families with children. And this is that designated area where they're going to have entertainment for that and much more retail and family-friendly housing, that type of thing. Because in the villages, you can't have someone under 19, I believe, that lives in your household. We are going to take a look at one more area after we finish up the Middleton area here, and that is where 470 crosses the Turnpike. Now that is where Dabney and Newell and Lake Denham are located. This is where 470 will be crossing over the Turnpike going into Okahumpka, and we're going to take a look at that next. Nothing earth-shattering out here, just new construction. And then we're going to turn and take a look at what's happening out to the east and a little bit north of this area. There is a water treatment plant out here as well. And these water treatment plants to the east have been here for a while, but I think they're redoing a few of them. You can see they do have some of the infrastructure done for the neighborhood roads. I'm interested to see what the housing cost is going to be in this Middleton area. And then this is the east side toward the Turnpike where it crosses 470. There is an on and off ramp at 470. I'm curious to see if they're going to expand that on and off ramp, because currently it is a single lane and there's not a whole lot there, but I would assume with the villages coming in, that's going to be a pretty busy corner there. Might be a good time to snap up some real estate. You can see toward the east here, they are building and starting to move some dirt out there as well. This is going to look totally different within the next year or so, probably less. And like I said, this is south toward Bushnell. I'm not sure how far they own this way, but I've heard it's all the way up to Bushnell currently. And then we're going to take a look at the eastern side of Newell Denham, Lake Denham, or Lake Deaton. and denim. Alright, so this is the eastern side of that new area that I have been trying to get out to for months. And it still looks the same. There is not a lot going on out here. It does take me quite a while to get out here just because I have to drive all the way around. There's not a way to cut through yet unless I take the Turnpike. And typically I video a couple other areas on top of what I am looking for out here. So this is that east of Citrus Grove, east of St. Catherine area, north of the Turnpike. You can see the Turnpike in the left hand of the screen, on the left hand of the screen. There's going to be a road that comes through here that goes all the way to 470, giving access to this side. But currently they're just pushing some dirt around in here. You can kind of see some outlines and where the road is going to be. I have other videos that come out from the west side going this way up to this spot. So if you want to check that out, you're more than welcome. But this is the eastern side of that. It's hard to get this far from the other side with the drone. And you can see actually St. Catherine and those areas up in the background there. This is just another area that runs along the Turnpike. You're going to have access to the Azell Rec Center as one of the big ones. There is a building right there in the middle. Looks like a pump house that they're putting up. Kind of looks like Richmond. Probably about 6 months behind Richmond, to be honest. There isn't a whole lot going on in Richmond yet, and I would assume that after they get done with West DeLuna, they'll be moving on to the Richmond area and then on to this area. Now this is turning northeast, and this is going toward actual Okahumpka. Yes, it is called Okahumpka, and if you keep going on 470 out that way and turn north on 25, it goes into Leesburg. This area is not really that far from Leesburg. If you come down 470, it's probably about 10-15 minutes. Leesburg has a nice downtown area, or they have a few things that are nice downtown. If you did want to get outside the bubble, I know some people like to travel. You can see right up the middle of the screen there, up toward the top in the middle, where the construction is headed. And that is all along 470 there, right into Okahumpka. Okahumpka is like, I'm talking about it like it's a big city. Okahumpka is like a grocery store and a couple gas stations and an ice machine. So there's not a lot out there. This populace and the tax dollars that this brings into the area is probably going to change quite a bit. I know it has for Sumter County. I'd like to see it do the same thing for Lake County, and I know it has in the Lady Lake area, but the Leesburg area could use a little boost as well. I know Wildwood is seeing some of that now, and Wildwood has been trying to upgrade the downtown area and do some nicer things, and I think they're succeeding at that. And I think if the local governments and areas can realize how to take advantage of this kind of construction, they could do some really good things. Anyways, I'm going to stop blabbing. I have talked enough, and I'm going to let you finish watching the video. I will take it all the way as northeast as I can go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will have another one out within the next couple days on something that is kind of a cool thing that I got for the channel. So looking forward to that. And as always, thank you, and I will see you in the next one.